Have you ever used a calculator? Calculators are used throughout the world for many different purposes. Sometimes it's just not practical to not use a calculator. In some case scenarios where you have the ability to use a calculator, you should. Calculators can lead to more correct answers or even simpler equation times where you can solve a problem much quicker than you would be able to without a calculator. Calculators come in many different forms, such as this scientific calculator, which lacks the ability to graph, or this LCD display calculator, which can do many more things than the previous scientific calculator. There are a wide range of calculators, with the higher end ones being tested and true to their potential. The higher end calculators can be used to do higher end statistics problems, or even calculus problems, and that is why they are renowned in higher math classes. Now let's talk about some of the negative effects of calculators. Plug and chug is a phrase that many may hear. It means plugging numbers into a function or equation, usually with the use of a calculator. Plug and chug is very bad as it adheres away from your understanding of the concept. A physics professor states that plug and chug is a losing battle. What he is saying with this statement is that plug and chug revokes your ability to understand the concept fully. Plug and chug can lead to you not understanding the foundation of a concept, which can lead to problems down the road. In physics especially, the foundation of concept is very important as it leads the road to higher end concepts. This could lead to possible failed quizzes or tests down the road, as if you don't understand the concept of what you're plugging and chugging, then you won't understand how you can build on that to these higher level concepts. Recently, I attended a math competition, the AMC 10. Within this math competition, I asked younger test takers what their strategies are going to be for this exam. A lot of them responded with plug and chug, and I asked them why. They said they didn't fully understand the concept, and it would be easier for them to plug and chug rather than try to understand it. The problem with this is you won't reach parity this way. Parity can only be reached by fully understanding a concept, and maybe sometimes plug and chug will be useful in a timed test perhaps, but the importance of understanding the concept and the foundational basis of it is very important. Now let's talk about some positive aspects of calculators. Statistics is a branch of math where calculators are used and relied on heavily. In statistics, many subjects are skimmed, such as p-scores, z-scores, median, mode, range, and combinations. Because of the broadness of statistics, a lot of functions have to be memorized. Functions and equations like this cannot always be memorized, and it would be a very big feat if you could memorize all of them. To many, however, this just isn't possible. That is why, with the use of calculators, you are able to calculate these functions by just putting in your case scenario. For example, if you want to calculate the median with a calculator, you are able to plug in your number set, and it will spit out the median, the mode, the range, and it will automate this process rather than you spending tens of minutes on one question. Professors state that calculators are very helpful in statistics class as it's nearly impossible to memorize every single thing that you learn in statistics. A study shows that in business statistics, many people who use a calculator lead to more correct answers than those who do not. This is simply because most tests are timed, and timed tests equal stress on one's mind. This stress can lead to quick answering and incorrect answers when a calculator is not used. Now let's talk about some of the everyday uses of a calculator. Some of the everyday uses can be underlying or implicit uses. This is one example of this is your phone. Behind your phone, a ton of processes and functions go on. For example, if you click the TikTok app, then it will send a message to the back servers that will calculate what you tapped on or where on the screen you tapped on and what function you need to produce. From this, it will nearly instantly provide a response back to your cell phone, and from this, the app will pop up on your screen. Because of these implicit uses of calculators, you use calculators even when you don't know it. Calculators are very useful in everyday life, and it helps reduce the amount of time taken to complete certain tasks. Now, let's recap. Calculators are very unique devices that have many functions that help you reduce time. Though calculators may have negative effects, they also have strongly positive effects, and these positive effects can help you produce correct answers or reduce the time taken to solve an equation. Overall, calculators have given the world a better advancement on technology, and without them, you wouldn't be able to do many of the things you are today. An example of this is your cell phone. This is a technology that is heavily reliant on calculators. The binary system is a very complex system that can be broken down into simple computations. Without a calculator, many of the things you have today wouldn't exist. And because of the calculator, they do. And that is why calculators are so unique and useful to many people around the world.